This, to me, this video that was posted by Mr. T Lexify would have to be one of the most, eye-opening and unbelievable videos that I have ever, covered on this channel. And that's saying something, because I've covered a lot of videos in the past, year and a half that I've been doing, commentary. I've covered a lot of different topics, a lot of different videos that people have posted about certain situations that are going on. And I have to say that this video itself is 100% the most insane thing that I've ever covered. Because, oh my lord, the amount of stuff that this man brings up is absolutely insane. Now I'm going to link the original video down below, so you can get your own personal opinions on this, and then you can come back to this video, which I definitely recommend, and then you can, get a little bit of a gunner, really what's going on, because I'm just going to kind of briefly go over everything, because I'm just going to say right now that there is a lot of information. This guy goes on for 32 minutes, and usually, whenever a video is for 30 minutes, it's it's basically one or two topics, and they kind of no, the amount of things that this guy goes over and the amount of evidence that he shows. I took up to 27 screenshots of this video of different evidence that he is showing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show all of it, because I feel it's just it will be overstimulating for you guys, and I don't want to make this video too long. I want it to just be of a summary and just give my opinions on this whole entire situation. But it is actually insane. To start off with, this guy, Lexify, had an ex-girlfriend named Reagan. And they have been it was an abusive and terrible relationship where she was the abuser and he was the victim. But she had came out on Twitter not too long ago and actually stated and made Google documents that she was the one that was being abused and she was the one that was the victim. And Lexify himself was the actual abuser. And he didn't reply to all of this for a couple weeks. No, a couple weeks, yes. And a lot of people were oh, he hasn't said anything, which means that he's guilty. But the only reasons that he has taken this long is because of the amount of evidence that this man has piled together. And not just that, but also because he is in works with lawyers about a police report, and also in cease and desist against his ex-girlfriend Reagan. And also because of the amount of abuse that this man has been copping from people that have been fans of Reagan and believed her story straight off the bat. But like I said, is that this guy comes out with receipts. And one of the great ways that he shows the way that she used to speak to him and the way that she used to treat him was through in the background, he put this guy on TikTok explaining what a covert narcissist is. And in this video, he shows, as this guy is explaining what a covert narcissist is, he is showing different pieces of evidence that blatantly show that Reagan herself is a narcissist. And the way that it works, and to try and summarize it up the best way possible, is that at first, she is obsessed with him. She states about how she loves him so much, and then switches it, going to abusing him, calling him names, belittling him, and then going as far as also cheating on him as well, and then stating that she doesn't want to be in the relationship anymore. And then after that, she goes ahead and tries to get him back, win him over, say about how I love you, but not just saying I love you, but also threatening him as well, saying hey, if you don't stay in a relationship with me, I'm going to say all these things about you and try to bring your career down. And that already itself is absolutely blows your mind. But on top of all this, of her claiming abuse, is that not just only was it the way that he would speak to her, but also stating that supposedly he had actually groomed her, and that she was that he was of age and was a lot older than she was at the time that they first got together, stating that he was 19 and she was 16. Whereas a matter of fact, apparently, from what Lexify has said, is that she has lied about her age on multiple different occasions and actually come out and is someone who likes to lie on occasions. And not only that, but she is the one who was grooming people. That's right. There was this person, the one that she cheated on Lexify with. The guy's name is Lawrence, and Lawrence is a minor. She is of age. And she is the one who is grooming and not just only Lawrence, but apparently multiple high schoolers as well that she cheated on Lexify with. And then on top of all this, she was extorting him of money as well. And like, you know, using him and lying also about certain situations about how he had actually hit her. Whereas, as a matter of fact, once again, it's actually on the opposite foot, where she was the one who actually attacked him and went as far as biting this man's cheek to the point where he actually needed to put a bandage over it. After he like states all like the truth, and this guy shows receipts. Like when I say he shows receipts, the amount of receipts that this guy has is it's actually, I've never seen someone pull out this many receipts in a response video. Like you see in past videos, whenever someone pulls out receipts, like there's like a few screenshots here and there. The amount of screenshots that this guy has is unfathomable. There's like hundreds in total, hundreds of text messages, hundreds of emails, DMs, tweets to like back up what he's saying, photos. It's actually just like my mind. I was sitting here and my jaw like dropped down and smacked onto the floor. And after he had came out and stated all this stuff, he took some people down with him. Because when this all came, when this started to come out, and she like went ahead to some of his friends and decided to like come out with all this, they didn't take his side at all. They didn't even listen to him. So what does he do? He goes full fucking scorched earth. He scorches the earth and he states like, hey, you know what? Noah J, you were one of those people who didn't listen and took Reagan's side. Well, guess what? I'm going to expose you for cheating on your wife at the time. Now your ex-wife, but while you were still married, cheating on her with Fusely. Another COD Zombies content creator as well, named JC, cheated on his girlfriend with her sister. Oh my god. And if you guys want to watch it, not the JC one, but when it comes to Noah J and Fusely, I did make a whole entire video about that because it was just so intriguing, and both of them did do a live stream acknowledging all this stuff, and they were both like a terrible example of how to do like apology videos, especially on the side of Noah J. But oh my lord, this video was like, I'm actually bamboozled by all this. And to give my opinions on this, when it comes to Reagan herself, is that she is the scum of the earth. This, I hate. Like, you know what? We should be able to believe someone when they come out and they claim that they have been abused. We should 100% like always give benefit of the doubt to the victim. Every single time. That's how the world should be. But unfortunately, in the days that we are in now, we can't do that anymore. Because we have dumb bitches like Reagan who come out and blatantly lie about being abused, when as a matter of fact, they are the ones who are the abuser and are ruining like people and taking attention away from the people who are actually being abused and making out like just showing the reasons why there's so many people on the internet out there these days that don't believe it. Whenever someone comes out and says like, hey, my partner's abusing me. Hey, I'm being abused. I'm being used. People stop believing them because of dumb people like Reagan. You are the reason why so many people doubt victims these days and taking attention away from people who are actually victims. You are the reason why why things are the way they are. And I hate that so much. I cannot stand it. And it's especially more adamant when it comes to girls, because a lot of people don't see like a guy being abused by a girl. A lot of people don't see it. Like, oh, you're a dude, just walk away. It's so much harder. Like, I can sympathize with Lexify of reasons why he did stay. And obviously he looks back at it now and he's like, man, I wish I left earlier. But 100%, something like that, like unless you've been through a relationship like that, it is extremely hard to get out of. Extremely hard, especially when the person is manipulating you the way that you are, and you are at a decently young age as well, and you don't know how to deal with all these types of emotions, but not also like manipulating you, but also threatening you as well, and threatening the career that you have built up. It's a completely understandable of why he stuck around for so long, kept going back to her so many different times. Like, it's completely understandable. And I honestly feel bad for this guy, especially considering like he said in his video, is that he's had to go to therapy, and one of the reasons why he delayed this video is because he was actually ended up in hospital due to all to these repercussions and what people were like saying about him, like after Reagan came out and accused him of being the abuser before he's made this response, which, like I said, is completely like we should be able to believe the victims, but like it makes it so hard to believe the victims whenever like people like this exist. That's the whole thing of like, you know, the boy who cried wolf. It's the exact same thing. It's like, you know what? We start to believe people at first, but enough people start crying wolf, no one's going to be believed anymore. No one. And you know what sucks? Is that there actually are people out there who are being attacked, who won't get believed because of dumb people like her. And I hate that. That to me is one of the things that pisses me off the most, is that she has come out and blatantly lied. Like, he doesn't say anything about this. To him, he probably just wanted to leave this in the past. That's what a lot of people want to do. People who have been abused, they're like, I'm not saying all of them. Obviously, a lot of people want to come out and say like, hey guys, look, this happened to me. And you know what? A lot of people who are like abusers should be exposed 100%. But if the victim themselves wants to keep it and doesn't want to come out public about it, they have every right to do that. And from what I'm understanding from Lexify, is that he didn't really want to come out with this. To him, he just kind of wants to keep it. He wanted to keep it in the past. He didn't want any of this stuff to come out, even though he himself was the one that was the victim. And the fact that she like came out and lied about all this shit, kind of forcing his hand to talk about it, is disgusting to me. And like, I don't get like how she thought this was gonna work in her benefit. Like, how dumb do you have to be? And to be honest, at the same time, it doesn't surprise me. Like, of course she thought it would work out in her benefit. She's stupid. I mean, if you're gonna go ahead and act like this and be as narcissistic as she was, of course you're gonna think that this is gonna go out in all of your benefit. But you know what? It's glad to see that he has come out with this response. I'm in full support of Lexify, 110%. It's good to see that he has come out with the truth now, and the whole internet can see the truth. I hope everyone that has like sent him any type of death threats, which to be honest is never acceptable, like whatsoever. Sending death threats to someone that you don't know, like just from things that you've heard on the internet, like, and with no actual like factual information, the other person has had time to respond to it, to me is absolutely stupid. And if you have sent him a death threat, you know what? You right now should go ahead and message him and say that you are sorry. And to me, a lot of the times when people send death threats, majority of the times they're like 14 years old. Because only 14-year-olds really send something like that. But I would definitely hear what you guys have to think about this down below. Like, what do you think about just this whole entire, not just this situation in terms of like, you know, Lexify being abused by his ex-girlfriend Reagan, but also what I mentioned as well when it comes to, you know, believing abusers this day, and how like, you know, people like Reagan are just ruining it for actual people who are being abused, such as Lexify right here himself. But that's going to be it for me. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Peace out.